Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. You are welcome to 49th edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, no, the global outlook as we speak now, no, remain mixed, especially for today and for the rest of the week. And I will tell you as a result of what the missed information and also the trend that is happening in terms of lockdown in China, in some provinces in China, and also the commodity price or commodity markets price continue to oscillate, especially as oil price continue to oscillate, even to kind of record a decline. It tells you that the trend is not too attractive. Coupled with the fear of another hike in interest rate in in US, all these are kind of driving the global trading environment on a kind of on a dicey situation, and also increasing the volatility that has been there for a while now. But that should not panic any of us and any of you. No matter the market you are trading, it is for you to also make sure that you apply the required what you apply the required instrument. When I mean instrument, you are trading your plan, you are using your stop loss. At the same time, at the same time, at the same time, we are so hold on, sorry. Say they are not hearing me. Hold on. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, sorry for that. That means it's the system. I'm surprised that you are not hearing me. Okay, let me just quickly start afresh since we say you are not hearing me before. But now I said that the yes that the global market outlook for today remain mixed as a commodity price continue to oscillate, especially the oil price following the lockdown news from some provinces in China, also coupled with the fear of another hike in US interest again. These are the factors driving the global market. In the midst of continuing volatility, this another force that is making the market to look up and down as we speak now. As oil trade above $100 at 105 as we speak, all these are the what is happening. But I tell you, no matter what is trending now globally, and also the market to trade, it is important that you use your word, you use your stop loss and other technical tools, especially your support and your resistance level. And also, this is the very time you should know that you have to trade your plan, because I know before you enter the position, you have already your entry and your exit strategy, your profit target, which I know I've been preaching on this platform, that you must have all this before you enter the market. It is that your goal to guide you kind of stock you should pick and how long you stay in a position. But when you don't have goal guiding you, that is where you trade up and down, and market also toast you up and down. But if you come back to our market here, local market here, I tell you that the market is strongly bullish. When I mean strongly bullish, the bull are on rampage already, because you can see for straight 2 weeks, even this morning as we speak, we are seeing that the market has remained in the green. Not only that, we're also seeing increasing volume supporting the uptrend. It tells you that more position has been taken by institutional investors and the equity investor ahead of what Q1 number. And also the influx of Q1 we're expecting to come this week. Yes, we have seen few the previous week, but the one that came from Lafarge, others like Stanbic IBTC, all of them came last week. But this morning, we're also seeing few, which we're going to discuss in this, class. But I'll tell you, the market is feeding on this positive sentiment, on positive earnings, because we're seeing that the yields in the earnings yield or dividend yield in the equity market is better than that of fixed income market in Nigeria. Knowing that we have not kind of alter our MPR, which is the the monetary policy rate is remain at 11.5% as we speak now. And that as inflation is also on the uptrend, this also threatening all of the fixed income market return, especially the long yield, as I said earlier, is what is happening now, that we are seeing fund is looking of where you can get a better return at the same time play safe. That's why I say circular flow of fund in a in a financial market. Market is looking for where you can get higher return, at the same time play safe, kind of play defensive. And it is equity that can give you that. Equity and other investment like real estate. These are the things that you can look to hedge against inflation. As speak now, especially at this early stage of inflation. And because many equities or many companies on the exchange which you are trading have that have the capacity or which their product is inelastic in nature, that even when there's increase in the price of their goods or services, that the consumers or their customer will continue to patronize them. That means this cost also will not affect them. That means they're going to post further growth in their earnings, which is going to support their price and also pay out even during the inflationary period. And that is why you see funds are leaving fixed income position, especially the long-term curve to equity, and that is what is happening in our market. And that has sustained also this market uptrend we have seen so far in the market. And also don't forget that the market also will have more players that are intelligent investors or traders, well, let me call them, and that they know where to be at the right time. They know the stock that are undervalued, stock that has potential to go up because of what? Because if you look at the earnings that came from 2021, they are all impressive number. The ones that also coming this first quarter in 2022, we are seeing that also they are looking up. That's also review the undervalued state of the market, because we are seeing a higher dividend yield in the company, especially combining that this also the corporate action period of markdown and also qualification dates and payment dates. Funds are flowing around the market, and that is why we are seeing the market bullish. And I believe that as more, we expect more influx of numbers this week, going to support the positive momentum we are seeing. But don't forget that in any market cannot remain up forever, or profit taking is part and parcel of the market. That means if you see investor taking profit, don't shake, because such investor or trader has reached what is or her target. On the next thing is going to exit position for another position. That means if you see profit taking in some stock, even this morning or this afternoon, going to the end of the trade, don't panic, don't fidget, because it's part of the market. Profit taking is the opportunity. Remember when in the month of March, when the index action crossed below the 47,000 down, I told you that time was what we call the decline phase. There was a time it was at the distribution phase. To speak now, market remains strongly on the markup phase of the market. For me, there is no cause for alarm at this point. But before we go further to go look at chart, we want to look at the state of the result that were released so far in the market. I will tell you this morning, the market news. Let me talk about the market news. The market news, yes, we saw Secure Electronic Technology releasing their Q1 number. I tell you these numbers are very, very missed and also below market expectation for the company, because the top line was up by 0.09, moving from 1.04 billion to 1.07 billion, representing 0.09 up. Then why the PAT dropped from 1.57 million to 692,000, about almost those 62% decline, which for me this number look missed. And this another odd number, looking at what that came from Skywave last week. These are the numbers I see that they are below market expectation. But also, so this morning we saw ETI releasing their first quarter number, and it's also very impressive. Q1 number, or gross earnings, moved from 214.28 billion in 2021 to 245.41 billion in 2022, representing 15% up. I will tell you this is good enough. Remember, in Investdata, I will tell you that we have a criteria for choosing stock. When you are looking at the top line, it must be 15% and above for you to say this company result is outstanding. Also, the bottom line will also be in that direction. We must be also 15 and above or 20 and above for bottom line. As we speak now, we are seeing that ETI is giving us top line of 15% up, while the PAT moved from 30.49 billion to 38.32 billion, representing 56% up. Also, the EPS moved in that direction from 84 kobo to 1 naira 12 kobo, representing about 33% up again. While the profit margin tell you that this company is more efficient, we expect that it's going to play out this role within this year. Now we are seeing that their profit margin moved from 14.32 to 15.61, which is an improvement. Yes, on the strength of this company earnings, we can forecast that we're likely also to see anything above 5 naira earning per share for 2022, and that would be good for a stock that is selling below, as we speak now, 15 naira. And I believe this also going to the future. As more number come, this will guide investors on what to do. But I will tell you that this bank has what's going to improve their cash flow into the new financial year. This is the first quarter result. Let's look forward to it. Also, Jaiz Bank also notified the market of its board meeting, that's going to hold so that within this week, around on the 28th, so that they can release their Q1 number. And also, Airtel Africa also notified the market of its release date of the full year audited result for the year ended March 31st to come to the market or to hit the market May 11. They are giving us the date, the results, we expect the result May 11 to see their result for the financial year ended March 31st, 2022. Thank you that these are one of the also telecom giants, and also can see the price to the one of the movers shakers of the market. But looking forward to see their audited account in May 11. Can see we're already crossing to May. About end of this week, we're already in May. After the long holiday, that means we're looking forward to see this company result. This will give you another boost in the market depending on the performance of the company. Also, before around, I want to look at another result that came before we go to the market, to state of the market. After Prudential released the result, at the close of trade on Friday, and the top line of After Prudential moved from 825.65 million to 907.78 million. These are the position of this company, growing the top line with 9.95%. In the same direction, the PAT with the earnings where you are earnings tested moved from 381.35 to 430.15, representing 5.7% of EPS moved from 19 kobo to 20 kobo, and profit margin also declined from 64.19 to 44.41% for the first quarter ended 31st March. For those 3 trading months or business for 3 months, we have seen how they perform. This scorecard will also guide you, in taking decision forward going to future, especially knowing where this company is coming from. If they can sustain this number and a better performance going to the future, because we know that it's this Q2 we expect to get more money. Why? Because of the activities in the as registrar and other business they are involved. These are what we're expecting from this company as we speak. For quick one, we want to look at the market, the state of the market. Before then, we can now look at individual stock technically as usual. But as we speak now, we want to say that the market is also in green. Market is recording about 0.11% now as we speak, in a positive direction. And also the market rate at this hour remain positive. We're having 22 gainers against 10 losers. And also we can see that strong component also on the top of the volume traded also. That tells you that the market is also framing up. And as we speak, the stock of Owando is on full bid. That of FTN Cocoa is on full bid at this hour. But now, I want to look at the top 5 stocks that are on the gainer chart. I will tell you the first one there is Ikeja Hotel, followed by Owando and also Unilever, Eternal Oil, and the Sovereign Trust Insurance. These are the top gainers. Others in that category, in that list of top gainers are Waco, Total, Honeywell, Fidelity. Even after Fidelity was adjusted for a dividend of 35 kobo this morning, the price has rebounded. That is good for Fidelity. Also, we are seeing assets in that regard, that among the 22 gainers at this hour. While the 10 losers, the top losers there are Wapik Insurance, or now known as Coronation Insurance, Unity Bank, Academic Press. Academic Press have been on the loser chart for more than 3 weeks now. Losing all that they have gained as investors continue to sell down to take profit. And another one is the Japan Gold, and the last one there is UPDC. While others that were along that is UBN and UBH, which LBN holding. These are the losers as we speak. And these are which can change as market days just midday before the end of trade. We also might see changes. But the top trade in volume, and which I tell you that volume is key. That is why we are seeing something like Owando breaking out is a strong resistance level around the 5 naira 78 kobo with a good volume to close around 5 naira. It's a sign. That's why this morning I'm not surprised seeing Owando at 6 naira 44 kobo. But I believe that those in buy and sell signal as we speak now, all of them are smiling, but most of their position are also looking up. And those also that attended the master class there, their position also looking up. For me, it's a good one for those that take advantage of information and also go for information. Yes, now we have seen the state of the market. We want to look at what is happening in Owando this morning with the chart, what is happening in Unilever. Yes, don't forget that Unilever released impressive number. Also, who the chart going to tell you. That's why it's good to always trade the chart and forget the news. Trade the chart, but the chart will review whatever is happening on the news. Then you can also look at the total. Total also want to look at what is happening total this morning. Want to see, and then also quickly look at the opportunity we are seeing in the UPDC. If there's opportunity at this time, look at UPDC and also look at the UBN, which is the Union Bank Nigeria. These are the stocks we are going to look at as we speak now. As I said, that the top in volume, which I mentioned, I said WAPCO in top, then Champs and the Owando and the FBN Holding and FCMB. These are the top trade in terms of volume. Then you can quickly also look at the WAPCO on the chart to see what is happening on WAPCO at this hour. That means we have about 6 stocks to watch. That means we have to be smart and fast in looking at this chart for this stock. Yes, as we speak now, you can see that this is the you can see up here. This is the what we call the index action for the market. But here, this is the index alone. We are seeing the volume down here. You can see the volume. I always tell you that wherever you see the volume trading above this black line, it means that it's trading above its average. You can see now, market is still, the volume is still low here on a day chart. But we want to bring all the indicators that we use in this class, which I know most of you are familiar with. We need to call up our MACD, call up our C line is very, very important. That is the one that is very important to us to know the position, because looking at the candlestick and what is happening in T line, you can already take no information and know where the market is heading at that particular time. Let's take at this our indicators to know exactly what is happening in the market, and also the stocks we have mentioned today. We want to look at what is happening in those stocks. This is the first trading day of the week, and we expect to see a good movement, which the activities in the market have reviewed. Yes, on a day chart, you can see your T line very, very obvious here that the market is still very, very strong. And you can see wherever it crossed, now it remained up. Cross now, you can see here it has crossed up again, remained up. That's the same thing that we saw here. Same thing that we saw here. That thing is also happening here. You can see that the trend is still on uptrend. And if you come down and look at other indicators, MACD is confirming a strong bullish movement. You can see the momentum indicator is very strong here. And money flow is looking up and up to read around 84 points. On a day chart, for me, it's a very strong one. It's an improvement from what we saw on Friday, which is also good for the market at this hour. I won't leave this chart until I look at the 1 hour chart, because this was a day, short-term position for day traders. As we are looking, I want to see what is the market saying on our T line. You can see it here, and also you need to also look at MACD on a 1 hour chart, telling that yes, the possibility of market you can see is going up here. I can see that there's a little divergent here, flat here around 81. Yes, it's okay on 1 hour chart, it's not bad, but MACD is not telling us something too interesting, but that does not send any panic on our chart. You can see, let's quickly look at the 15 minutes chart. Let me look at it and see what is happening on that 15 minutes chart. It's going a long way to give me information. Yes, okay, on 15 minutes chart, we are seeing that money flow is already looking up, and MACD is also trying to cross back again, but remain on the bullish side. Even on the 15 minutes chart, it's still good. Let's see what I can see on 15 minutes chart. It's still resting, does not break down the T line. Market is very, very strong, and that is good for every one of us that is in the market at this hour. Yes, pick one. As I just mentioned, we're going to look at the Owando, Unilever, WAPCO, Total, and the UPDC and UBN. Let's quickly start with the Owando, to know what is happening in that stock this hour, what we should do with our position. As I've said earlier, what are you going to do with your position in Owando? Want to look at Owando? Yes, yeah. Owando Nigeria. This 1 hour chart. On 1 hour chart, Owando is very, very strong. But this 1 hour chart is tell me it's a very good one. You can see volume is above the traded average on 1 hour chart, which is good. But I want to take something on 15 minutes chart that will give us another information on how to trade. Let me look at what is happening in this stock on 1 hour chart. Yeah, on 1 hour chart, it's still strong, sorry, on 15 minutes chart, it's still very, very strong. You can see here where the thing is where the candlestick is here, but I can see another sign of also weakness. That means nothing stops you. If you have made profit in the window, that you can still take your profit here. Don't be greedy. That's why I said, let me check this. But let's continue with the day chart. Yes, the day chart of a window, yes, it's still up. You can see a breakout here, but don't be carried away with market direction. I always insist on that. Once you meet your target, you can also exit your position after class that you know exactly the stock that you take profit gather slowly so that at the end of the day you will sell attractively, and when it's bouncing up, you'll be complaining. Up across 1994, strong front entering of one door this morning. A day chart, hour chart, and let's quickly look at weekly chart of one door is still strong. Let's look at 1 week chart on one door. I believe the stock is very, very strong on all the time frame. You can see here, see up here, you can see bullish on the weekly chart. For me, this stock is strong. That next in our here is a Unilever. Let's look at Unilever this time. Let's look at Unilever this time. What is happening in Unilever? What is happening in Unilever, Nigeria? Let's see Unilever. Let's see what is happening in Unilever here. You see, yeah, this Unilever on uh, on the 1 week chart. Yes, your morning chart is already turning up. If you look at your morning flow here, yeah, despite that the stock on the 1 week chart is trading below the T line, you can see that morning flow is already entering, and you can look at this place very well. You can see that the blue one is almost turning to touch. It's a good sign that this stock is also going somewhere. But let's go back to a day chart to see, because this 1 day trade we are doing. Yes, you can see a gap up here above the T line. You can see where the price is now around 1340 something from this a gap up here. You can see it there. And also the MACD is also confirming that trend. You can see MACD it's almost crossing to become a bullish MACD here. You can see the blue line trying to cross the red one from down. You can see the histogram is also currently down to cross over to the bullish side of